Take a look at these earrings that I brought. The warm sheen and organic feel of wooden beads mixed beautifully with metal findings. You can see you can really alter the look by changing the color of your findings. So whether you're using a dark bead cap with the brown beads or copper, gold, antique silver, here's another mixture of copper with gold. And you can use these colors together even because brown is such a nice, warm, neutral color. So I'm going to show you how to make a simple drop earring mixing some of these metallic components with wood. So I'm starting out with about an 8mm round wooden bead, and what I do to figure this out is just sort of test the wooden bead next to the cap. This is a beading cone actually. You would see this on a multi-strand design where you would cover the ends with the cone, but I like to use them as little caps as well. And they're so pretty that they add a lot of decorative style to your earring. So you'll put your wooden bead next to the different cones and just kind of see which colors you pick up. Like here's a black one, and it really brings out that black stripe where I might want to go warmer with copper. Then the next thing you'll settle on is a head pin. This one isn't as important to your design, but it is going to help tie things together. So let's say we choose copper, and we'll go ahead and then bring our couple of parts here and pick a little end cap. Now these are meant to go over beads, but they are pretty small, and I'm using this basically to make my head pin a little more decorative. So on this one where I've put my pieces on the head pin already, you can see antique brass on my copper pin, and then my bead, and then my cone. And I'm just mixing these metallics, and you can see it really picks up some nice colors out of the brown beads and that sheen. It really helps make your design distinctive. So our next choice is a spacer bead. I think I'm going to go with the black. It's such a hot color right now, and it also will pick up these different tones and tie everything together. Last but not least, we'll pick a decorative component. And these flowers are great because you can connect to any point on the flower. So you'll start by making a 90-degree angle, and this is going to be our wrapped loop. You've seen it lots here on Beads, Baubles, and Jewels because it's such an important part of jewelry making. So I just put my round nose pliers back into the pin and bend the rest around with my thumb. Then I'm just going to use my chain nose pliers to open this loop a tiny bit. I'll be able to slip my flower right in there. And in this case, I think I'll go with silver. We'll create some contrast here on the earrings. And again, this is a decision, you know, you can make it as you go along. What I did with these earrings is I just tried a lot of different combinations to see which ones would work, and then I made the pair. So what you'll do here is wrap the end of the head pin between that flower and the top of the little spacer bead. And of course these come in all the different metallic finishes, so you can choose. And these are made from lead-free pewter, and they have just some beautiful finishes on them. Now I come into a wrapped loop and cut the end of this off rather than try to mush my head pin together and possibly damage it. I just trim the end and then press in with my chain nose pliers. Then last choice here is choosing an ear wire, and of course ear wires come in a lot of different styles. These are a lot of different metallic finishes here. We have niobium with different colored beads on them. We also have gold plated, and here's a rhodium plated. So you can choose which ones you like best with your design. In this case, I think I'll bring out the copper with this copper bead, and that will help bring everything together. So I'll bring my chain nose pliers and make a slight opening here on the ear wire. And just make sure that when you're using these flowers, you use exactly opposite petal to loop onto. So I'll hook it on and then close it up. And that's your easy peasy earring. And the mixed metallics just really highlight that wooden look. And you could use any wooden beads or any other round beads with this type of project. If you take a look at the earrings one more time, you'll see some different collections there, collections of metallic colors with the wood. And then I also made this necklace just to show that you can combine lots of different metallic colors and findings with wooden beads.